This is the hardest video that I've ever had to make. Welcome to your October reading list. First up is horror and cinema, and while this may seem like a small stack, there are a few mentions that I just don't have hard copies for. If you loved Sinners, then you're gonna love Ring Shout. Ring Shout is about an alternate history where the KKK are actual demons. It does a great job of combining fantasy, horror, and resistance. And I think if you want horror with teeth and just good writing, this is your go-to. The second one I don't actually have a copy of is The Haunting of Hill House. And what I love about the TV show is that it picks up exactly where the book ends. So it's kind of like a seamless transition. You can read the book and then watch the show. It really redefined the idea of the haunted house as a metaphor for loneliness and for desire. And then also a separate note on Mike Flanagan and his spooky works. I love too that The Fall of House Usher has many references to Edgar Allan Poe, but more on Poe later. Next up, we have The Exorcist, which the movie is one of my all-time favorite movies ever. The book does an incredible job of setting the bar really high for possession, especially since it's based on a true story. And it's a classic. A child becomes possessed by a demon and a priest comes to stare it in the face. I really recommend this if you want to stare evil in the face. Next up is Men, Women, and Chainsaws, which is a little bit more of an academic take, but it really explores that idea of the final girl, and it does a really great job of looking at what works in horror, why does what works in horror work in horror, and it really investigates slashers. So I really like this. I really recommend this. My last recommendation I also don't have a copy of, and it's Interview with a Vampire, and this made the list because the adaptation was so good and you have such iconic moments cut in here. I heard your heart's dancing. Truly amazing moments in that. And it really gives Vampire this lush queerness and tragedy angle that I enjoyed on the page and I enjoyed on screen. So as a bonus round, if we're doing things that got adapted to the screen, you also can include Stephen King Anything, Silence of the Lambs, and Rosemary's Baby also go into this category.